Got some new equipment that I'm trying out today, and thought I'd take you along with me and show you what we're working with. I'm not new to tarps and hammocks. In fact, I've used an 8x10 poly tarp for a number of years, and I have a small single wide hammock that I've used a number of times. The single wide is really not comfortable, but the tarp itself, the 8x10 poly tarp, being an odd dimension like that, it's not impossible to work with. In fact, a lot of people use them and a lot of people start with them. They're handy to have for a lot of different purposes, but it's sometimes difficult to configure it, especially if you're hanging it over a hammock. And so, the first upgrade was the Chill Gorilla 10x10. So far, I really like it. Just getting it out and using it, and even though the equipment is it's not brand new, because we've had it for a good long time. I've been carrying it around but never really had an opportunity to use it. But the tarp is light. It's got a number of tie-out points on it. It's got a center tie-out point, and so far I'm impressed with it. The hammock came from Tribe Provisions. I really like the way it feels, the fabric. It's a large sized hammock, and the hammock comes with two straps for hanging it. The straps have an eye built into them, so you can wrap them around the tree and run the strap through it. The straps also have a number of loops sewn into the strap as connecting points, so that you can easily adjust the smile of the hammock so that it sleeps comfortably. And that was a big plus. The hammock also came with carabiners on both ends of it that make it really easy to attach to the straps. With my other little hammock, I always had to figure out a way to attach the thing to trees, and I found that mule tape always worked best for that. But still, it involved tying the strap and then creating a loop or an eye to attach the hammock to. This is a much simpler deal. You simply go around the tree, through the eye, snug it up a little bit, find the point where it's going to give you the right smile on your hammock to make it comfortable to lay in, so it's not trying to squeeze you like a banana peel squeezing a banana. And it's so easy to adjust. If you don't have it just right the first time, you can always simply move it from one spot to the next. Either make it a little higher or a little shorter. Good stout carabiners, well sewn. I'm liking it. Now, when I attach my ridge line, this is just a piece of 550 paracord. One of the things that I do, rather than tying an overhand knot to make a loop in the end of it, I always tie a loop using a bowline, and that way if I want to untie it, it's easy enough to untie. That bowline is not going to slip. It's not going to tighten up against itself so that you have to use a hatchet to cut it out. You're not going to create a hatchet knot with it. And simply around the tree, through the eye, and take it to the next tree. I do something different on this end. I pull my ridge line snug against the tree, go around the tree, come back over the ridge line, pulling it snug, come back around the tree, and do that a couple of times. Every time that you come back and pull against it, you're making it tighter. And then I run the end down through the loop, or this little gap in between the tree where my finger's at. I'll come by there, make a wrap, come back under or over, it doesn't matter, come through again through that little gap, and then put 2 half hitches in it. This back here is carrying the tension, and the half hitches cannot get so tight that you can't get them out. I'm pretty happy with the way the thing sets up, the way it feels. I've got shade from the sun. If it rains, I've got protection from the rain. One of the reasons that I like a tarp in my bag as a summertime bug out type thing, or I hate to say bug out, get home type thing, an emergency shelter that can be set up in a hurry. In this part of the world, I do not like to sleep on the ground in the wintertime or in the summertime. I don't mind it. In fact, I prefer it in the winter because the ground only gets so cold, and I don't know what that ground temperature is, but it's certainly above freezing, and it's easier to sleep warm at night in this part of the world by making a bed on the ground than it is to, you've got to have some insulation. But during the summertime, during the warmer months, we have rattlesnakes, we have copperheads, we have coral snakes. We've got numerous poisonous snakes, and in the summertime, not only the poisonous snakes, but the spiders are active. And in the summertime, I really don't want to sleep on the ground where they live. I want to get up off the ground, and in lieu of something like a hammock, rather than sleeping on the ground, I'd be forced to spend the time to build what's called a swamp bed or something along those lines, an elevated platform to get me off the ground. Well, that takes time, that takes calories, it takes energy, and it's not something that you can do in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes time, a hammock can be hung and a fly can be erected over the hammock to create a comfortable shelter type deal for you. Yeah, I think I could lay here for a while and just listen to the birds. Appreciate you watching, appreciate you subscribing. We'll catch you on the next one, folks.